Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Saratoga Racecourse here on Friday. It is July the 21st, 2017. Gonna look at all the races on opening day from the spa, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKit5 for more selections for racecourses around the world. It's opening day from the graveyard of favorites, and it's a great card. I'm gonna look at all the races, and some races like the pick 5 looks the early pick 5 looks impossible to really, I personally, if I give out a ticket for the early pick 5, it's going to be, you're going to have to go deep in a few legs, and I won't feel very confident about, the 2-year-old races. If you could pick your own pick 5 with certain races, I feel very confident with those two main special weights. That scares me a little bit, but the first race is very hittable. The third race is very hittable, and definitely the fourth race is very hittable. Just the second and fifth races are very challenging races. So I'm not going to give you out a pick 5 play, but I'm going to give you a late pick 4 play, and late pick 5, maybe I'll give you a ticket, but it's a very tough card from Saratoga here on opening day. So let's get on to it, starting off with the first race from the graveyard of favorites. The first race from Saratoga is a claiming race, purse $56,000. It's for 3-year-olds and upwards. They're going for a claiming price here of $32,000. Field of 8 horses going the distance of ground of 1,800 meters for international viewers, or 1 mile and 1/8 on the main track. And I show the diagram. Just gives me a second to look down at my notes, so just bear with me. Mile and 1/8. My top pick in this one, I think the 1-horse Indicott is going to get beat here. He's the favorite. I'm going to actually use the 5-horse Rich Daddy as a top pick. I'm going to go 5-2-3-6 in my superfecta. 5-2-3-6 superfecta. Basically, that's my top 4. My top pick, number 5, Rich Daddy, 7-2, Javier Castellano for Eddie Keneally, who trains this 6-year-old gelding out of the Daddy. Most recently, his horse had to start Churchill Downs, mile 16th on June 16th, and claiming 40,000. Horse finished third by 3 3/4 lengths that day. Sat there a little bit mid-pack most of the race, closed up a tiny bit, but was very wide around the second turn. I think today, this horse is going to have to save a lot of ground. You don't want to be wide going a mile and 1/8 here at Saratoga. I think the cutoff is basically 4, but I think from the 5 hole here, this course can maybe save some ground if he goes a little bit closer to the pace today. But gets Javier Castellano, who knows this race course very well, and I think this horse should have a success run. Start before May the 13th at Churchill, mile 16th and claiming 25. Horse finished second by a half length that day. Really closed up from the back of the pack well at the end, but he had to check at the quarter pole. If he didn't check, I think he could have won, but he had a great turn of foot afterwards. Wasn't a half bad race at all after that, carrying quite high weight of 120 pounds that day. First set off the layoff, start before March the 25th at Gulfstream Park, mile 8th and optional 12 claimer. Horse won by 1.5 lengths. On a kind of a similar circumference race course, basically mile and 1/8, speed favoring. This horse won by 1.5 lengths. Sat third most of the race, pounced at the top of the stretch and took off clear. Even though he had a little bit of a drifting problem, he just ran his heart out. I expect him to run the same kind of race here today in his Saratoga debut. Like I said, gets Javier Castellano up. I think that's a major plus. Watch out for this one to run a very big one here today. So to recap my bets for the first from Saratoga, I'm going to go with the 5-horse Rich Daddy. I'm going to go 5-2-3-6 in the superfecta. To race number 2 now from Saratoga. The second race is a main special weight purse, $73,000. It's for maidens, fillies, 2-year-olds, New York breds here. Field of 11 horses. The 8 and the 11 are both main track onlys, so only 9 will run here, going the distance of ground of 1,100 meters or 5 1/2 furlongs on the Mellon Turf Course, which is the outermost of the turf courses. 5.5, 1,100 meters. My top pick in this one, I like the first-time starter, number 5, Scat Back. I'm going to go 5-4-1-6 in the superfecta. 5-4-1-6 super. My top pick, number 5, Scat Back. 7-2, Joel Rosario for Carlos Martin, who trains his 2-year-old filly, Scat Daddy. First-time starter. She's been training well on the dirt. I think the turf should be she should do well here on the turf. I think she's bred to go on it, but training well. Most recently on the main track here at the spa. 4 furlong workout, 49 flat. 7th best workout, 17. That was a great workout. That's the kind of workout you want to see right before a good race like this. Before that, first time on the Saratoga main track, 4 furlong workout, 50 flat. Second best workout, 3 that day. Not a lot of horses, I'm guessing, on that track that day. So this horse just wanted to get a little slight breeze on it. And then on the Oklahoma train track here at the Spa, a 4 furlong workout, 50 and 1/5 of second from the gate. The 20th best workout, 25. I like to see gate workouts. This horse has 2 of them in her lifetime, and both of them have been pretty nice. Her workout before Belmont, 4 furlong workout, 49-1 from the gate. 28th best workout, 56. So this horse does well from the gate, working out. I think she's a quick horse here today. First time turf. I think this horse should have a very good run, so watch out for this one. So to recap my bets for the second from Saratoga, gonna go with the 5-horse Scatback. Gonna go 5-4-1-6 in the superfecta, but to tell you the truth, I might just key the superfecta 5 with the 4-1-6. So for 10 cents, it's gonna cost you 60 cents. So now let's get on to race number 3 from Saratoga. The third race is a starter allowance race, purse $55,000. It's for 3-year-olds and upwards. Never start for a claim price of $50,000 or less, or whichever one. Race on main claim or starter here. Field of 6 horses going the distance of ground here of, again, 1,800 meters, or the 1 mile and 1/8 distance around the main track. 1 1/8 miles. I like this race a lot. I like my top pick is a bit of a long shot here of the 2-horse Carlino, 6-1 here. I think he's going to run a big one. I'm going to go 2-5-6-3 in the superfecta. 2-5-6-3 super. My top pick number 2 Carlino, 6-1. Jose Lascano for Mark Henning. This trio gelding out of Lemon Drop Kid. Reported as gelding on the 14th of May of 2017. Most recently June the 21st at Belmont. A 1 mile in the maiden 40. Horse won by 4 1/4 lengths. Was 10-1 that day. Sat back early, but this horse was a little bit wide, but closed up with a good turn of foot. It was a very easy victory when this horse got the lead. I think with 2 turns from the rail today, low weight of 117 pounds, this horse should have a very good run. Start before in his debut on May the 18th at Belmont, 1 mile Widener turf course, main 75. Disaster. Finished 7th by 7 1/4 lengths that day. Was last going into the turn. Just didn't have anything. Was wide. I think this horse will be a better dirt horse. At a Lemon Drop Kid, I know Lemon Drop Kid horses do well on the turf, but I think this horse is dirt pedigree with Lemon Drop Kid should do better. This horse getting them on late shouldn't be the problem. Should really handle it well. Good post draw. Should sit closer. I think this horse at 6-1 is to definitely use in any of your multi wagers. I'm actually going to do a double here, singling this horse with my horse in the next race. So watch out for this horse. So to recap my bets for the third from Saratoga, it's a start allowance race. Going to go with the 2-horse Carlino. I'm going to go 2-5-6-3 in the superfecta. And if you're going to play a multi-race pick 5 wager, let's say, I'm not going to play it, but I would say single the 2-horse Carlino. I think this horse will run a big one. I'm going to play a double, so I'm going to single this horse Carlino in my double. So now let's get on to race number 4 from Saratoga. 4th race, another great race. First sprinting race on the main track here of the season here at the Spa. The 4th race is a allowance race, purse $85,000. It's for 3-year-olds and upwards, which never won 10,000 once. At the main claim starter or state bred allowance race, which never won 2 races. Field of 9 horses here going the distance of ground of 1,200 meters or 6 furlongs on the main track. 6 furlongs, 1,200 meters. My top pick in this one, and another single for me, I really like this 5-horse, Via Aganita. I'm going to go 5-8-3-2 in the superfecta, 5-8-3-2 super, but my top pick in a single, my double, number 5, Via Aganita, Jevmont owned, Belmont trains, this trio cult that is distorted humor. Julien Lepoux, the Frenchman, gets the leg up. This horse was previously trained by John Gosden in the UK, and was running in some very tough races. Most recently on May the 11th at the Chester Festival at Chester Racecourse. Or at the May Festival at Chester Racecourse, 7.5 furlongs, 1,500 meters in the Boodles Diamond Handicap Stakes. Horse finished 4th by 4 lengths at 7-2. Was the favorite. High weight of 132 pounds. Wide post row, which is not ideal. This horse got over close to the lead that day, and didn't really do anything in the final closing stretch run. This horse, you want to see at Chester, you want speed from the rails. It's quite similar to Aqueduct's inner track mate, rest in peace, and this horse had a wide poster, not ideal, and just didn't do anything. I think here sprinting, this horse has some speed and should go well on the dirt. This horse should have a lot better run. Also, first time LASIK should help. Start before April the 18th at Newmarket during their Craving meeting. sprinting. 7 furlongs and just a basic allowance race. Horse finished third by 5 1/4 lengths. 132 pounds. This horse is carrying that day as the second choice at just under 2-1. This horse, led early and kind of weakened out of it in the final few strides. First off the layoff, you had to expect this horse wasn't 100% fit. If you look at the weight this horse was carrying his last three, over 130 pounds, only carrying 117 here today. This horse, it should really run well. I think the big weight break really helps this horse. This horse has only won once. That was at Newmarket last October, 1 mile, 1,600 meters, just a basic main race. Horse won by 7 lengths. On the lead all throughout, easy victory walk in the park. I think this horse sprinting on the dirt for the first time should have a very good run. So she'll be my top pick, and a single my double, and a suggested single in the multi-race wager for me. Also, like a pick 5. So to recap my bets for the 4th from Saratoga, gonna go with the 5 horse Via Aganita. Gonna go 5-8-3-2 in the superfecta. So now let's get on to race number 5 from Saratoga. Race number 5 on opening day from Saratoga is a maiden special weight, purse $83,000. It's for maidens, fillies, 2-year-olds here. Fields 12 horses. The 11 and 12 are also eligible, going the distance of ground of 1,100 meters or 5 1/2 furlongs on the dirt course. 5 1/2 furlongs here. My top pick in this one, I like the number 7 horse, and I Top Pletcher Saratoga 2-year-olds do very well, and like I said, I'm playing a double with races 3 and 4. Maybe I'll even play a pick 3 with that race, and a dollar pick 3 and single the 7 horse Honeyglow also. But that second race is very wide open, so that's why I'm not playing the pick 5. But I think, the 7 horse Honeyglow is my top pick. I think she'll run big. I'll go 7-4-1-9 in the superfecta. 7-4-1-9 super. My top pick, number 7 Honeyglow. Calumet Farm owned. Top Pletcher trains. John Velazquez gets the leg up on this 2-year-old filly out of Spice Town. So this horse has some sprinting pedigree in her. Her daddy won the 2004 British Cup Sprint at Lone Star Park. Also won the big, I think it was the Vanderbilt here a few years ago at Saratoga during that same season, or whatever the big sprint race here at Saratoga is. But, and I think she actually, Spice Town, I believe, actually owns or co-owns the 6 furlong track record also, which is like 108 something. But back to Honeyglow. This horse is a first-time starter for Top Pletcher. Has been training very nicely here at Saratoga. Most recent workout, 4 furlongs and 48 and 4, breezing the 18th best workout of 57. It's just an easy workout that day. That's what you want to see right before a race. Start workout before Saratoga Training Track, Oklahoma, of course. 4 furlongs and 49.2 from the gate. The 9th best workout, 34. So it's good this horse has a gate workout. And then a 4 furlong workout at Saratoga in 49.1. The 7th best workout, 61. And then was down in South Florida at Palm Beach. 4 furlong workout, 50 and 2/5 of a second from the breezing from the gate. The best workout of 10. This horse has some gate workouts, which I like. This horse is quick, which I like. Sprinting, bred to go sprinting with his dad. I think this horse will run a very big one here today, so he'll be my top pick. So to recap my bets from this 5th race from Saratoga, it's a main special weight. Going to go with the 7 horse here, number 7 Honeyglow. I'm going to go 7-4-1-9 in the superfecta. To race number 6 now from Saratoga here on opening day. 6 races in a allowance race per $75,000. It's for fillies, mares, 3-year-olds, and upwards New York breds. Here a field of 13 horses. The 13 horse isn't also eligible, so only 12 will run the 1,100 meters or 5 1/2 furlongs on the Melton Turf Course. 5 1/2. My top pick in this one, I like the number 8 horse, number 8 Ingrid. I'm going to go 8-3-2-12 in the superfecta. 8-3-2-12 super. My top pick, number 8 Ingrid, 15-1. John Velazquez for Michael Ferraro, who trains this 3-year-old filly out of Germologist, who's out of Tis now. Now in the multi-race wager, the pick Naira Bet's pick 5 starts with this race. Maybe I'll play it, I'm not sure, but I would go too deep. I like the 2 long shots here. I like the 8 horse and the 3 horse. So I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go throw out the favorites here and use 2 long shots, 8 and 3. If I get lucky, I get lucky. If I don't, I don't. But my top pick, number 8 Ingrid, 15-1. Johnny V, carrying 117 pounds, which is a great weight. Most recently, July 3rd at the Finger Lakes, 6 furlongs in the allowance race for 16,000. Horse finished 3rd by half length, 65 cents a dollar. Got caught right at the 8th pole. Disappointing beat after setting the pace most of the race. But I think coming here to turf for the first time, Speed gets the veteran rider John Velasquez. This horse should have a very good run. Start fourth fairground. Why do I keep saying fairgrounds? At the Finger Lakes, 6 furlongs on June the 17th in the lounge race for 16,000. Horse finished second by half length. Setting the pace most of the race, got caught right before the wire. So it's just couldn't conserve that pace and hold on at the end. But ran okay. First start at the Finger Lakes ever, and then start four under previous trainer Michael Hushin. Belmont Park, 6 furlongs lounge race, 64,000. Horse finished seventh by 12 1/4 lengths. Sat with the leaders early on, then kind of weakened out of it. But coming to turf today, should really do well on turf, and getting the 5.5 furlong distance, which this horse has won at, should do very well. Actually broke his maiden here at Saratoga last summer, going 5.5, won by 6 lengths on a lead all throughout, just kept opening up. Easy victory. I like this horse here, so he'll be my top pick. So to recap my bets for the 6 from Saratoga here on this opening day, I'm going to go with the 8 horse Ingrid. I'm going to go 8-3, 2-12 in the superfecta. So now let's get on to race number 7 from Saratoga. The 7th race is an allowance optional claimer purse, $93,000. It's for 3-year-olds and upwards, not one. 10,000 3 tons. The main claiming starter or state bred allowance race, which never won 4 races, or which not won a race since December the 1st of 2016, or claim price of $80,000. Now we have a field of 12 horses, but keep in mind the 11 horses are also eligible, and the 1A is a main track only. So only 10 will run here about. Going the distance of ground here of 2,200 meters, or 1 mile and 3/8 on the inner turf course. First inner turf course race of the year. And I like these marathon races. My top pick in this one, I would like the number 1 horse of Black Sea. I'm going to go 110-2-6 in the superfecta, 110-2-6 super. Maybe I'll single the 1 horse Black Sea. I really like first time gelding, getting the marathon distance. This horse should have a very good run. So 110-2-6 in the super. My top pick number 1, Black Sea, 9-2 here. Joel Rosario for Chad Brown, first time gelding, like I mentioned. Most recently on May the 4th, first start stateside, 1 mile at Churchill in the Open Verse Stakes. Horse finished 5th by 5 3/4 lengths. Was 7-2 that day, and this horse had to steady a few times. Closed up a tiny bit, but it wasn't enough. Might have needed that race first start of the year. I think getting gelded here, second start of the year, and getting a longer distance. This horse should have a very good run. Start before at Maison Lafitte in France, September the 17th, mile and a quarter in the Prix du Prince d'Orange. This horse finished 4th by 4 1/4 lengths that day. Lost to a very nice horse of Sky Kingdom. This horse sat in the middle of the race that day, mid-pack, and closed up well at the end, just missing, but it was an all-out finish. Wasn't a half bad race at all. Start before in the Grand Prix de Vichy, which actually was run this past Wednesday at Vichy in France, but last year came July 27th at Vichy, mile and a quarter marathon race. Horse finished second by 3/4 of length. Again, sat mid-pack and closed up well at the end. He ran his heart out, a very tough Group 3, and then the Group 2 Swiss Derby at Frontfield Racecourse. Never heard of it before. Couldn't find a replay. This horse finished second by 2.5 lengths, and according to the running line, this horse was no match for the winner. So I'm guessing the winner ran better than him. But before that, ran very nicely in a basic stage race at Saint-Cloud, winning. Won at Consommaires on the all-weather last summer in the winter of 2016. I think this horse should have a very good run, getting the 2,200 meter distance today on the turf. Watch out for this one. So to recap my bets for the 7th from Saratoga here on opening day, I'm going to go with the 1 horse Black Sea. I'm going to go 110-2-6 in the superfecta. To race number 8 now from Saratoga here on opening day. It's the stakes races. The first stakes race of the meet. It is the Schuylerville Stakes, grade 3, purse $150,000. It's for fillies, 2-year-olds. Field of 9 2-year-old fillies going the distance of ground of 1,200 meters, or 6 furlongs here on the main track. 1,200 meters, 6 furlongs. My top pick in this one, I like the number 3 horse, number 3 best performance. I'm going to go 3-2-9-8 in the superfecta, 3-2-9-8 super. My top pick, number 3, best performance, 4-1 Jose Ortiz for Christophe Clement. Before I get onto the horse, multi-race wager, I would use the 3-horse and I would use the 2-horse. I think I would go too deep this race, so I'm going to use the 3 and the 2, but my top pick, number 3, best performance, 4-1 Jose Ortiz for Christophe Clement, 2-year-old filly at Broken Vow, most recently June 8th at Belmont Park, 5.5 furlongs in the Astoria Stakes, horse from second by 2.25 lengths behind I Still Miss You. I Still Miss You ran this past Sunday, I believe, at Belmont and finished second in the Rockville Center or whatever the race they had that this past Sunday. But this horse was a little bit wide. That closed up well for second, but you want to save some ground. I think with the extra half furlong here today on this race course where it's not a big giant turn, this horse should have a very good run. Start before May 17th at Belmont, 5 furlongs in a main special weight for 100,000. Horse won by length that day, sat back early, but closed up well in the end. Great move for this horse, great race. This horse has had 2 starts, and 2 starts without Lasix. Not getting Lasix again today. I think that's good. I like to see horses not run with Lasix. Since that June the 8th start, this horse has been training here at Saratoga on the training track. Actually, only one workout at Saratoga on the training track. That came July 19th, which was Wednesday. 3 furlong workout and 35 and 3. Second best workout 6 from that afternoon or that morning. And a 5 furlong workout July 12th at Belmont main track, 102 and 3/5 of a second. Second best workout 6. I think this horse should have a very good run getting the extra half furlong here today. Good post draw, good rider of Jose Ortiz. So watch out for this one. So to recap my bets for the 8th from Saratoga, it is the Grade 3 Schuylerville Stakes. Going to go with the 3-horse best performance. I'm going to go 3-2-9-8 in the superfecta. So now let's get on to race number 9 from Saratoga. Race number 9 from Saratoga, it's the Lake George Stakes, purse $150,000. It's for fillies 3-year-olds. Field of 11 3-year-old fillies going the distance of ground of 1,700 meters or 1 mile and 1/16 on the Mellon Turf Course. 1 mile and 1/16, 1,700 meters. My top pick in this one, I like the number 1 horse, number 155. I'm going to go 111. 9-10, 111, 9-10 in the superfecta. In the pick 4, the pick 5, if I play it, this is a race you can either go single or very deep. I'm going to go single the 1 horse 55. I think this is a horse that you could single here. I'm going to go 111, 9-10, like I said in the super, but I'll single the 1 horse in my multi-race wager. Number 155, 7-2, Jose Ortiz for Chad Brown. Most recently, this horse had a start on the 8th of June at Belmont Park, mile and the 8th on the Inner Turf Course in the Wonder Again Stakes. This horse finished second by 2 lengths behind New Money Honey, who won next start out. This horse just had nothing that day. Tracked the leaders a little bit, but just didn't have anything. New Money Honey, who ran on the lead all throughout, had an easy race, easy quarters. And plus this horse might have needed the race. It was her first start in nearly 2 months. Start before April 23rd at Aqueduct, mile 16th in the Winter Memories of Silver Stakes, This horse finished 3rd by 4.5 lengths. It was a little bit farther back, closed up well at the end, but it was a little bit wide during the race. It was also her first start in New York of the season. She was in South Florida before that, but a lot of the horses that go from South Florida to New York need a race. This horse definitely needed that race. Start before in the Grade 3 Florida Oaks at Tampa Bay Downs, mile 16th, March 11th. Horse won by neck, closed up well from the back of the pack, from basically almost last, and had just had a great turn of foot, beating La Coronel, who won next 2 starts out. But this horse just had a great turn of foot, easy victory. And then the Sweet Chanter Stakes at Gulfstream Park, 1 mile, February the 4th. Horse finished 3rd by 3/4 length, closed up from a little bit farther back. It was an all-out finish, but this horse was very wide going around the turn. If this horse, she's getting a good post draw from the inside today. If she could sit a little bit closer, she should have a very good run. Gets Jose Ortiz up, which I think is a great thing. So watch out for this horse. So to recap my bets for the 9th from Saratoga, it's the Lake George Stakes. Going to go with the 1 horse 55. I'm going to go 111, 9-10 in the superfecta. To race number 10 now from Saratoga, 10th race, final race on the program. It's a main claim race, purse $45,000. It's for maidens, fillies, mares, 3-year-olds, and upwards. Field of 12 horses going the distance of ground of 1,700 meters or 1 mile and 1/16 on the Inner Turf Course. Mile and 1/16. My top pick in this one, I like the number 3 horse, number 3 Submit. I'm going to go 3-10-8-7 in the superfecta, 3-10-8-7 super. Multi-race wager, I would use the 3 horse, and I would use the 10 horse. I would go too deep this race. But my top pick, number 3 Submit, 5-1, Jose Ortiz for Christophe Clement, most recently at Belmont, June the 30th, mile 16th in the maiden 40. Horse finished 4th by 4 1/4 lengths that day. Was farther back that race, and didn't have the best of trips at all. Was very wide, closed up a little bit at the end, but I think here, second off the layoff on a race course that should suit this horse's running style, sitting mid-pack hopefully. This horse should have a very good run. Gets the booking also of Jose Ortiz, should really help also. Start before on October the 19th at the Meadowlands, October the 19th, Meadowlands racetrack, mile 16th, main special weight for 25,000. Horse finished 5th by 7 lengths that day. Was 6-1 that day. Just had nothing. Was wide and just didn't show up at all. But her last race, she just had a lot of trouble. It's a horrible trip. If there was, I don't think they do that show anymore at Naira, the trips and traps. This horse would have been a trip because she had a horrible trip. But hopefully today with a clearer trip, a low weight of 118 pounds, great rider for Jose Ortiz. I think this horse will win a big one, so she'll be my top pick. So to recap my bets for the 10th from Saratoga, gonna go with the 3 horse Submit, gonna go 3-10-8-7 in the superfecta. If you've been following my pick 4 wager, I have actually 2 singles and two races where I go too deep. It's only gonna cost you $4 for this pick 4 if you play for 50 cents. If you want to play the pick 5, it's gonna cost you $4 also, since I'm singling in race number in race number 6, I believe I'm singling, or race number 7 I'm singling. No, actually it's going to cost you about not $4, it's going to cost you $6 with race number 6 added on. But it's a great card from Saratoga. So good luck to all, and please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Get 5. Good luck, everyone.